to know what the film consists of, what kind of knowledge it gives you, and how you know. Why is it beautiful? Why do we say a film is beautiful or pleasing? Aesthetics has to do with the quality of the film. So that's a great film. That's a masterpiece. That's, you know, I mean, this is not a masterpiece I'm going to talk about, but if you watch Bergman or Fellini or Antonioni or Yimou, the Chinese director, you may say that some of their films are masterpieces. They are very, very good because they satisfy you, they please you. But again, here we are not interested in this. This is part of, if you wanted to become an art critic, suppose you want to become a cinema critic, and you write in a magazine, new movie, new Norwegian movie, Oslo, August 31, new movie which I recommend that you may probably be able to watch here. You will talk about the aesthetics. I mean, what makes it aesthetically beautiful, pleasing. And then, we are getting closer now to our topics. Well, when you talk about the film, it makes you think about what is right and wrong to do, how we should act, how we should live, so we get into moral and political considerations. And suppose you have a movie which is politically very exciting, but also a little dangerous. You may find a movie which is very well done, aesthetically beautiful, but morally dangerous. Example, there is a famous film of this, I may have heard, Riefenstahl, Leni Riefenstahl, a German director of, at the time of the Nazis. And there is a film, The Triumph of the Will, Triumph des Willens. So this is a film that shows the Nazi Party rally in 1933, I think. I'm not sure about the year. And it's beautiful, very well done. But, you know, you say, what am I watching? I'm watching Nazi people parading. I mean, I followed, when I was in the United States, I followed the cinema class. And I remember the professor said, watch this film. It's a terrible masterpiece. It's a dangerous masterpiece because it makes you find the Nazi beautiful or pleasing. I mean, people marching, walking, and so on. So anyway, so we said that there are moral and political issues about films. And when this film that we're going to talk about in a few minutes, I was in a Greek city in the north, and I was teaching to high school teachers. I was talking to high school teachers about this film. They had seen the film like you have. And they said, well, should we show this film to the kids? I said, why not? It's dangerous, they said. What if they feel that they are persuaded by Judah or by the bad guys in the film? And they think that you can do anything you like because you want power, you want success, you want admiration, and they're not catch you when you do terrible things. I said, well, it's dangerous, but you are the teachers. You have to take the risk. You have to make kids think, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And if you lose the argument, or if you cannot convince them, well, that's life. And we have to, when we are philosophers, we are not afraid of the arguments and of using our reasoning, even if we end up with a conclusion that we don't like. But I say to my students when I have exams, you may disagree with me. You may say the opposite of what I believe. And I will give you a very high grade, provided you defend your views well. Okay, do I make sense? But this is why I say some films, and this particular film, now for little kids, it may be a problem. You may say that you cannot, they are not grown-ups, so they may be impressed and may be carried away. Okay, and so that may be dangerous. But let's not stick to that. We'll talk later more about it. Now, philosophy and film theory. Now, today, if you go to a university to study to become a director, you study what is called film theory, which has a little bit of everything. It has also history of the cinema, and you use philosophy to see how and to what extent, when you make films, you may philosophize and think philosophically. Okay, so does this make sense? I mean, do you have any questions on these issues? Don't be shy and ask if the words are difficult or if I spoke too fast.
So we take half a minute
for questions.
Reflection time. And jag ska liksom dra oss där.
Oh yes, you have your instruments. But it's okay. I mean, we can do it. I mean, intuitively.
Yes, that was half a minute.
Okay. Is there anything?
Any question you have to take now? Or?
Anyway, this is introductory, so we don't have. I'm not going to stick to this. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay. I said philosophy of film before. When we philosophize about film, what is film? What kind of knowledge films gives us? What kind of moral problems may arise and political issues from film? But what I'm interested in here, and what you are interested in more, because you're not going to be directors or film theorists or art critics, film critics in a magazine, you are going, maybe you will, I don't know, but your main task is that you want to teach kids in schools. So I say philosophy through film, using film instrumentally, as an instrument. You don't use it just because you want to appreciate the film itself. You don't want, I mean, you say, oh, I want this Bergman movie, which is great because it's a great movie. I don't care how I can use it. I enjoy it. I want to watch it. Maybe very sad and very, troubling, but very interesting. No. Here, I'm interested in using philosophy film to teach philosophy as an instrument. In our textbook in high school, we tell the teachers, take the students to the cinema and make them watch movies and then discuss philosophical problems on the basis of the movies. The movies may not be great. They may be just silly Hollywood movies. They may be very simple movies, corny movies, movies that you can show on TV just for fun. And yet, these movies may give you, now some of the movies I have here are good movies. They are very, very important movies, but I could have used some less important movies. To give you examples, now, I understood from Boo and Beate that you have not really studied philosophy, and so what I'm saying here again has to wait until Wednesday and Thursday for the branches. But here I have some examples on the basis of branches, of areas of philosophy. If you talk about one area, you use one movie. If you talk one problem, you use one movie or another movie. Okay, so examples. Epistemology and metaphysics. How do we know and what kind of existence do we have? What is our position in the world? What is the nature of reality? Is reality material, spiritual, both? There is spirit, there is matter in the world, so we deal about these things in metaphysical discussions. Metaphysics is a branch of philosophy of the
film Matrix.
Understand sound. Yes. Yeah. So this was older. This is Stanley Kubrick's Space Odyssey 2001. That's a great science fiction movie where there is a computer well, the movie is much more complicated, but in the spaceship, there's a spaceship, and there is a computer called Hal. It's called Hal, H-A-L, Hal, his name. And he has feelings. He revolts against the people in the spacecraft, and then they want to disconnect him, disconnect it, the computer. And the computer says, don't disconnect me, don't do this to me. You want to do this to me? So this makes you think. can computers be like persons?